Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Here's a throw, right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's a run with Mack. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, son. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike, wait, that wide 80.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On second down, Michelle. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing is Brady on third down. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. On first down, Brady. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38.
Hey, exit.
Here's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
He's got protein, Skull. Let me go. Let me go.
Again, it's Brady. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Doxson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Darnold. He's got Jack Doyle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on second and 10. Darnold completes it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They start the drive with White. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. On 1st down, Darnold. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold, it's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold. He completes this one to Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Let's put him on the buses.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 2nd down now, Michel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady gives to Michel, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's brought in by Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Wait, 20!
Check back, check back.
Hey, both 66! No, 66! Sugar!
Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Matt LaCosse, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
54. I'm on.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That's caught by the tight end, LaCosse. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 42-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
General West.
Brady going to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jets are going to get the football back. A final shot before the break. Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off of play action, Darnold looking deep for Hilton. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, set. Run 80. Run 80.
54, watch 54. Your track, your track.
Hey, second.
Throwing again. Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Brady now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Let's go, D. Out. Slam.
Check and reload.
On second down, it's White. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Darnold now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm going to come back to you.
On play action, it's Brady. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
You can't block me. Check.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return. Comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Still ready? Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 66. Good. Half. 6 man. Check curls.
First down, here's White. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
The first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
A give to Burkhead on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run now with Burkhead. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
Jordan Jenkins
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Michelle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
New England on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. The tight end Lacoste here out on the right side. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Burkhead. And an alley to run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run here with Mack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Mack off the draw play. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to throw, Darnold. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to... Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
And a Patriot first down.
They'll run on first down. It's White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw here. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to fire one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Darnold's pass intended for T.Y. Hilton. Incomplete. He was covered by...
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for New York. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.